Hey replay viewers, so sorry that you missed us live. You can still tap the screen and leave some fun hearts and share to Twitter if you so desire. I'm really sorry that you missed us, but you can always find me on Twitter. I'm at humorhomemaking, or you can use the contact tab on the blog, which is humorhomemaking.com. Thank you for joining us today. So, I hope you guys are having an awesome afternoon. Hey, Raylene. Okay, so let's see if I can get this set up. I'm already in one of Barry's boxes. So, hey, I think I got my volume messed up. Let's see if that's better. Okay, so how are you guys doing? I've got a sticking out hair right here. Or maybe that's just the ceiling. No, it's totally a sticking out hair. So, hey everybody, how you doing? It's Monday. It is very snowy Monday here. Oh, thank you very much. I guess I could show you guys my backyard. How about that? That would be fun, wouldn't it? So, here's the current state of our backyard. We had another big snow overnight, so we're just enjoying a snowy day here today. I'm going to make rolls later on, so you have no snow. I'm so sorry. So today we're going to talk about pressure cookers, and it's not really a tutorial because I'm not cooking anything currently. Actually, that's a lie. I have Zuppa Tuscana behind me in the crock pot, but I just wanted to talk with you guys about pressure cookers today because anytime I mention it, I get a ton of, oh, Lisa, you have snow too, so it seems like it must have been snowy everywhere except the person who wants snow. So every time I mention my pressure cooker, you guys are like, oh, no, I might blow something up. It's like that episode of I Love Lucy that apparently is the only episode I've never seen about exploding pressure cookers. So I just want to get on here for a little bit and take some questions from you guys and talk and show you guys exactly what I have and why I use a pressure cooker. So to get rid of some of that fear that you all seem to have when it comes to using one, because I think a lot of your problem is the old style pressure cookers. So I'm going to show you some of the newer ones today. But my name is Stacy from humorhomemaking.com, where we talk about how to manage your home without losing your mind, because managing your home should not be dull. So home management should be all sorts of fun, and we laugh at each other in our craziness. So oh man, I missed that one. Okay, so we're going to talk about pressure cookers. Let me flip you around. I will show you what I have. Thank you. Barry made that for me. And then I'll talk about the reason why I have this versus an Instapot. And then we'll talk, you know, if you have any questions, okay? Thank you, Kelly. Okay. Let me move this first. I have currently 3, okay? So this is my first one. As you can tell, I really shined everything up for you guys and got rid of all the fingerprints. So Keely, an Instapot is an electric pressure cooker. I have stovetop pressure cookers. So this is my pressure cooker, and the way it cooks is that you the seal. Well, this is my Presto 4-quart. It's probably one that you remember, the old style with the where you put this on top and it goes. Do they work on? No, that's why I got a different stove. Some people say they work on their glass top stoves, Mrs. H, but mine would never come up to pressure on my glass top stove. Some people say they do. My experience was I could never ever get mine to come up to pressure on the glass top. So see, it's got a seal inside, and these are your pressure release valves. And then you're going to put your lid on it and lock it down, which I can't do with one hand. This is when I need a lovely assistant. But when you do, this will come up, so you'll hear it snap, so that you know that you'll know that it's closed. So there won't be any worry that it's open or going to cause a problem. It is stainless steel. Yes, all 3 of mine are. And then this will go on the top, and it will come up to pressure, and it will get rid of all the extra air inside of your crock pot. So yes, an Instapot will be good if you had a glass stove, absolutely. Then your food will come up to pressure. This will lock. The little tab inside will come all the way up, and you will not be able to, if you touch it, it won't go down anymore. So that's how you'll know it's locked and in pressure, and this will start going. I know you really like my sound effects. Come on, don't be hating. And then it will cook, and the reason it's able to cook quicker is because it gets rid of the air and things are under pressure, and it makes such tender meat. Oh, you guys, for real. Now this is my 4-quart. Yeah, I do those just for you guys. Now this one's going to only run you about $40. Really, they're not that expensive, and they're a really good investment. And I'll tell you why I use pressure cookers in just a minute. I send the best emails with typos, but thank you, Allie. So yes, you can cook frozen things, and they save your dinner butt. I have not been using my crock pot very often since I got mine, but you will see I'm using it today so that I could do a tutorial. Okay, this is my Fizzler set, okay? This is like the Cadillac of pressure cookers. And I will not lie, I paid about $300 for this set. Go ahead and fall down on the floor and foam at the mouth. I actually did that because I wanted to get, there's clothes over there on the floor to be put away, so let's not get too fancy. I wanted to get this set, hey Patricia, and this one to see if there was a difference, because this one is kind of like a Cadillac, like the difference between driving a Ford and a Cadillac. That's really the difference. This one is the top of the line. It's just a little bit more fancy, and this is more of an old school style. Now, having had used both of them now for a couple of years, I can tell you that the Fizzler is really nice, but the Presto gets the job done. So if you don't want a Cadillac, like some people really like driving Cadillacs, they just really do. Is there a difference between it? Yes, they are. One is for canning, and the pressure cookers that I'm showing you here aren't big enough to do canning in. So whenever you get a pressure canner, they're kind of big. These are small. Like I said, this one's 4-quart and 6-quart and just 2-quart. I have smaller ones. I mean, you might want a Cadillac, and that's cool. Cadillacs are cool. I really enjoy my Cadillac Fizzler pressure cooker, but my Presto, it works just fine. I don't mind driving the Pinto. The Pinto and me, we get along real good. And actually, do you pressure can? Not very often. I do pressure can with my mom, but not in this house. We do it at her house. We pressure can green beans. The Presto works just fine. So if you think, gosh, I really would like a pressure cooker, but you don't want to spend $300 on the Cadillac set, you know, the $40 one, it's going to get the job done, okay? Your Pinto will get you where you need to go. Your Pinto's going to get you there, okay? Okay. If you have any questions, by the way, I'll take those at the end. I'm going to try to get through this in case somebody just wants to get off quickly. Now, this is a set. This is my 6-quart, which I can cook larger things in. It comes with the extra little doohickeys down in there. That's part of, you know, having your Cadillac. And it's got, this is the steam release valve. And instead of having the here, this is going to gradually come up. First you'll see one line, and then you'll see 2. That's for low and high pressure. And it does not make sound like the other one, okay? So this one has, I believe, 4 pressure release valves. I don't know how many this one has. This one will not explode, okay? So the old school style ones that people were always afraid of, that they were going to explode and your dinner was going to be on the roof, that's no longer a fear, especially with the newer ones, because they have so many pressure release valves that you don't have to worry that it's going to overheat and the lid's going to come off. It's just not going to happen. The pressure will release itself using the pressure valve if it gets too hot. So there's just no fear of that. Now, the cool thing about this is I have this and this. This is a skillet. See? Oh, and there you see my pregnant belly. Didn't know that would happen. And see, well, you don't need to be scared. See, that's one of those things that people are like, I'm scared, but you're scared of what you don't know. So don't be scared of what you don't know. Just try something, because see, these are not going to explode. But the cool thing about this set also that this one does not have is it comes with just a plain lid. So I can use this skillet and this pot as just a normal pot and not just a pressure cooker, okay? And this, they are interchangeable. So I can use this same lid on either pot. So now I've got, these are multi-purpose now. So this can be just a plain skillet or a pressure cooker skillet, or this can be a pressure cooker or just a big stock pot, okay? And then this one also fits on the smaller one. So that's a perk of having the nicer set, okay? So there's perks to both of those. And then this one comes with the extra, it's got this for putting your chicken on so your chicken doesn't cook down in the juice. And then it comes with the, so whatever you put in it, like if you put potatoes in it, you could just pull those right out. Okay, so that's the fizzlers. Now, it has also on the side, this button is a pressure release valve. So if you need to let your pressure steam off for whatever reason, you'll just, whenever the lid is locked on, it doesn't work right now, you'll do this and the pressure will release itself here. If you need to relieve the pressure in this one before it's done, you'll have to run water down the side. And you'll know that the pressure on this one is down whenever, see the little bead? Whenever that bead drops down where it looks right now, your pressure is down. As you can see from the side right here, it's down right now. It would be up if the pressure was up, okay? Now, this is, I get asked a lot about what cookbook I use. A lot of times I don't use cookbooks. I text my friend Karen and I'm like, how long should I cook this in the crock pot? Karen's here, you guys, so I know she's listening. I don't say crock pot. I say, Karen, how long would you cook this in your pressure cooker? Because she's been using hers a lot longer than mine. So I usually just cook normal recipes in, there's Karen. I usually just cook normal recipes in here. But it will cook in 1/3 of the time. Did you hear me that? 1/3 of the time. So if you're trying to cook something that takes normally 30 minutes, it's going to take you 10 minutes. Did I do the math right? 10 minutes in your pressure cooker. Okay? This one is a really good cookbook. I have linked it here. humorhomemaking.com/scope. And I have linked this pressure cooker and this set if you'd like to hop on Amazon and look. So, and that is linked at humorhomemaking.com/scope. I also linked this book. Some people don't like this one because there's a couple recipes that call for things. I think there's 2 or 3 that call for cream of soup. But in how it cooks everything in 1/3 of the time. But most of the things, you know, they're just normal recipes that tell you how to make them in your pressure cooker. And Karen uses an 8-quart Presto. Mine is 4, 6, and 2. So, made in the shelter, that will depend on how much you have in there. If it's a lot of liquid, or if it was cold, or if it was hot. It will depend on how long it takes up. Yes, it's just a pressure cooker cookbook. This one's actually written for the Instapot. Yeah, Karen has 10 children, and I currently only have 3.5. So, this one is actually made for the Instapot or an electric pressure cooker, but it just cooks the exact same way. Is anybody else slobbering here? Oh, hello, mama. Can you even cook your macaroni and cheese in there, guys? For real. Is that an electric one? The Instapot, yes, I think it's a brand cookbook, but this is the one. If I want an Instapot, if I want a pressure cooker cookbook, this is the one that I use. Okay, so also take note of this. I don't know anything about Instapots, but my friend Kate has several tutorials on Catch for how to use an Instapot. So if you get catch.me/venison4dinner, you can see her tutorials on how an Instapot works. I will not be buying an Instapot until my crock pots die, because I feel like that's kind of frivolous for me to go out. There you are, Kate. I feel like it's frivolous for me to go out and purchase an Instapot when I have 2 crock pots that are still working, especially when I have these right here. But when my Instapot or my crock pot dies, I will get an Instapot. Hey, look, you can see my reflection. That's fun. Oh, your crock pot just died this weekend. I would definitely go with an Instapot. It's going to cook so much faster. So do you guys have any questions concerning pressure cookers or likewise? I do not know. Yes, I only had a 7 and a 2 quart. Kate, can you tell us how much that Instapot cost so that we will know? Because like I said, my 4 quart Presto was only $40, and then the 6 quart and the 2 quart combined skillet with the extra lid and the extra inserts were $300. Somebody asked me how I budget when I make large purchase items. We just usually work it into the budget. When I bought the Fizzler set, it was because we had some extra income come in, and I knew that was something that I had been wanting. The 6-in-1 Instapot is $83 today, and Kate says the one she has is about $140. So the 7-in-1 is $114. So an Instapot, Jeanette, is an electric pressure cooker. So, and Tiffany's was $99. Between a crock pot and a pressure cooker, just time and the way that it works. And plus Kate's Instapot sounds like playing a Mario game, which is super cool. Super cool. Yeah, oh, that's my light. That's my kitchen light. Sorry, and that's my kombucha second brewing on top of the refrigerator. So you're just getting all sorts of up in here, up in Stacy's kitchen. So, is it harder to use on a wood stove? I've never tried to get anything up to pressure on my wood stove. Usually if I want to cook something on there, I just, I'm bringing something to a boil. A 10-quart electric pressure cooker. Wow, Jeanette. Now the reason that I chose these instead of electric is because I sometimes have this thing against digital things. I try not to be too old school, but every time I buy something that's digital, my first thought where can you just ask around usually, and you can find a friend who has one, but if you don't, Cultures for Health on Amazon sells those. Anytime I buy something electric, my first thought is always, wonder how long I'm going to have this before it breaks. I can't help it. I'm such a cynic. And so I wanted my actual pots, you know, pots, as opposed to Instapots, because I have pots. Well, Allie, I don't know. Why don't you send me an email and we'll figure it out. I'm just always worried electric things are going to break. And so I knew if I got the actual ones that work on the stove, that they would last me for years and 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 years. And I wouldn't worry that they were going to break. I really need to come to some kind of happy place with electronics. Even when I buy crock pots, I will not buy the crock pots that have the electric or the digital, you know, the digital thing on them. You know what I'm talking about. I'm like, no, I'm not going to buy that. It will break. Just give me manual, man. I just want the manual. Manual stuff. No digital. And it's getting harder and harder and harder to buy manual things. It's almost always all digital now, because when I got my new toaster oven, it was digital. I couldn't find a manual one that I liked. So, do you guys have any questions before I get off here? I'm going to start doing what my friend Lisa does, where she gives a 2-minute warning and she says, okay, about 2 more minutes. So, okay, about 2 more minutes, and then I'm going to get off so you guys can go and do something with your day instead of standing here watching my mason jar lamps. So, my husband made that. I've got 2 of those. So, anyway, make sure you go to humorhomemaking.com/scope. And that's where you can find the link to the cookbook or the ones that I have. And then Kate over here at Venison for Dinner has Instapot tutorials on her catch page. So I'm glad I'm not the only one who seems to have problems with digital things. But yes, I liked my crock pot a lot more until I got my pressure cookers. And now I have to say they probably trump the pressure cooker. So, and when my other one dies, I probably will buy an Instapot instead of replacing it with a crock pot, just because of the fact of how much faster things cook in those. And it seems like, why would I want to bother with my 8-hour crock pot when I could get it done in my Instapot? Does Jessica have? No, Jessica doesn't have one. I'll show this again. This is the one that I was talking about before. delicious. All this needs right here is a roll and some butter. Okay. Well, I hope you guys have a good day. And so if you didn't learn anything else from the scope, learn that sometimes you might be afraid of things and you think, I can't really try that because I'm afraid of it. But don't be afraid of what you don't know. Learn it. You can, I actually have a tutorial on YouTube about how to cook a whole chicken in a pressure cooker. So don't let the fact that you don't know anything about it keep you from trying it, especially with the fear of exploding your, yeah, with it, it's not going to explode. There's too many pressure release valves, so don't worry. Don't worry, it's not going to happen. So, you guys have an awesome, awesome day. I will try to be back tomorrow. I hope, okay? Because as you can, if you can't tell, there's a little difference in my voice. We've been sick over the weekend, and I'm afraid I might lose my voice. So if I do, I won't be on, obviously. It's the best price on Amazon, usually, yes, but it will fluctuate. So I would keep an eye on it. Sometimes they're more, sometimes they're less. And you can sometimes find open box buys on those, especially the Instapot. So, if I do get to come back tomorrow, a couple people asked me if I'd show my Bible journaling supplies. So I'll do that tomorrow. I'll show you guys what I have been investing in to journal in my Bible. And that's what we'll do tomorrow if I have a voice. So you guys have a good day. Go forth and make dinner in 1/3 of the time. Embrace your pressure cooker. Don't be afraid of it. It will not explode. Okay? So, Tickling Week got hers on Amazon for $60. Can't beat it. So, you guys have an awesome afternoon. And remember that in the walk of life, it's only too late if you're dead.